Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. I want to start by saying I'm 100% a Christian, but that cannot make me shy off from facing the bull by its horns. That cannot hold me anymore from calling a spade a spade. I know other Christians are watching me. I know even pastors, bishops, reverends, apostles, and evangelists are all watching me. Let me make these remarks. That Kenya is a country where at least every village has a church. At least every village. And in towns, at least every estate has 2 churches or 3 in every town. Each estate. When you go to cities, an estate can have up to 100 churches. Because, just go and do your research. After every 50 meters, you get a church. That is why nowadays, churches are not using loudspeakers. Because if you use a loudspeaker, you interfere with the church next. So they have resolved into using internal speakers to manage the noise. But do you know what? A country with churches every village, a country with churches in cities after every 50 meters is the poorest country. Is the country that is struggling with morals. A country that is struggling with lies. A country that holds crusades every month or at least after every 2 months. A government that has employed intercessors that are praying for the government each and every morning. But a government that is prayed every morning is an incompetent government that even prayers have refused to reform them. I'm sorry to say this. And again, allow me to say this. If there is a scam in the Republic of Kenya, is religion. People have refused to worship God. They are now worshiping religion. I am a PhD. There's nothing you are telling me. I am a Catholic. There's nothing you are telling me. I'm an SD worshiping on Saturday. There's nothing you are telling me. I am I don't know what. I am from AIC. I am from... Yani, people are bragging about religion and we have refused to worship God. People are worshiping pastors in churches. People are kneeling down worshiping pastors. We have refused to worship God. The same pastors have used that opportunity to hoodwink, blackmail, and mislead its members. A pastor of a particular church is driving a Mercedes worth 30 million, but the congregation is languishing in poverty. Who misled us Africans? I am not against Christianity. Get me right. There's a difference between Christianity and religion. We have been taken too much into religion and we've moved away from the Holy Spirit. That is why Kenya is facing problems. If there is an institution that has misled, kama kuna kitu ambacho kimesumbua taifa la Kenya, ni kanisa. I'm sorry to say that. Pastors, you're watching me, but I want to be true and frank today. Churches have buried this country. Criminals are masquerading in the name of pastors, eating from congregations. Thieves are today carrying Bibles, acting like pastors. Now, the political class has partnered with the church to loot public funds. The church and the political class are now married. They are in bed. They are sharing conjugal rights freely. And they are looting public money. These pastors you see around here, they have eaten enough from the political class. Pastors are organizing fundraisers not to build the church, not to buy anything. They are organizing fundraisers just to get a token from politicians. Someone organizes a Thanksgiving service and invites Church and Ruto, invites Pastor Dorcas. They come with thousands of cash just for Thanksgiving. Who gives them that money? Na hizo pesa zinaenda kufanya nini kwa kanisa? They go directly to pastors' pockets. Now let me tell you. I want to speak to the Gen Zs. As we bring sanity to the political class, and this is not an incitement. William Ruto has said yesterday on the State of the Nation address, William Ruto said that he has banned Harambes in churches, which I agree. But will it work? That is my big question. Will politicians heed? We need a law enacted in Parliament. Sheria iwekwe that bans politicians and appointed civil servants from church pulpits. We don't need their money. A church can develop without them. Even before they came, there was a church. Even before they started contributing, still churches were being built. Where did we go wrong? We went wrong because the people who are called pastors are now manifesting. They want to fill their pockets instead of filling the congregants with the Holy Spirit. I'm sorry to say this. Now, the Gen Zs, if we are to succeed, number one, let's occupy the churches. We want to occupy those churches. Even Jesus was forced to occupy a church to bring sanity. When people began to buy and sell in God's house, Jesus was pissed off. He had to fish them out with canes. It's high time we fish out those pastors and politicians from contaminating the pulpits. Unapata, yani, what is wrong with Kenya? Tuko na makanisa mengi, lakini mashetani ni mingi. Tuko na maombi mingi, lakini visanga ni mingi. Why? We have allowed thieves to freely operate without regulations. Ida Odinga spoke years ago and said, we need to regulate churches. And you started roasting her on internet. Mulianza kumpiga vita. You can now see that whatever Mama Ida Odinga saw, we couldn't see while climbing on trees. Whatever Ida Odinga said that time is now happening today. God showed her long ago, even before this started happening. But now see, today, the church, the pastors are the ones campaigning on behalf of politicians. Instead of preaching the gospel, they are now preaching politics. Anyway, God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.